Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You are listening to the Apocalyptic Optimath channel. Welcome. I'm your humble host, Seth. I'm your most unhumble and unholy host, Seth. Um, Also known as Lucifer, also known as King the Conqueror, also known as Thanos. I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you guys are doing great. Also known as I have a new AKA. I have a new AKA. Recently, I have been promoted to uh Horseman of the Apocalypse. If you're sitting there saying that's a bit much, I agree. I agree. Um, but that's what Spirit told me. Spirit told me I'm the Horseman of the Apocalypse, which makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense because if you look at everything that happened since I've been on YouTube, it's kind of hard to be like, nah. Like I am on the forefront of bringing shit down. People, there's like this new, it's like I brung this energy of destruction with me, and a lot of shit is going down. I mean, of course, it could be a complete and utter coincidence, but there's also other things that leads me to believe that that's not the case. And this brings me to another issue where with the chosen ones, I'm a walk-in, but just because I'm a walk-in, that doesn't mean that I'm different from you. And what I mean by that is, um, walk-ins are the ones that are supposed to teach. We're spirits that come from another dimension. We have the spirit of a person that comes from another dimension that has been brought here for a specific mission. That mission is to elevate humanity to a higher state of consciousness, which means you don't have to believe everything that I say, and you can even challenge the things that I say. I have no issues with that, and that is perfectly normal. Actually, it is a very normal thing to do. But nevertheless, what I say, I meant to say them because these things are good for you. These are not low hanging fruits. These are the fruits, period, of the apple of Eden. So, a lot of chosen ones, they believe in God and all of that and yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. And I'm here telling you that this notion of God that you have is actually repressive. It's oppressive. You're oppressing your spirit by believing in God, right? You're oppressing your spirit. You're oppressing your own spirit. You're diminishing your own worth and your own value. You are greater than God. You are better than God. Okay? I know a lot of you guys won't believe that. A lot of you guys are not ready to believe that, but that's the case. You are better than God. If you were God, this place would be a better place. And the story. Now that that's said, I do want to dedicate this video to all you real Satanists out there, because I do say a lot of shit. I'm very not toxic, but depressive, right? I'm a little bit depressive, and sometimes I do videos like my last video was a very depressive video. I had to get it off my chest. I had to say it. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. It's not that I don't respect the spirit's power or what they're doing or their values, whatever. I just don't like how they treat me, right? I don't know how they treat other people, but I don't like how they treat me at all. And it's not very fun. It's not cool at all. In my position, You wouldn't like to be in my position. I guarantee you that you would not like to be in my position, because it's very mean. It's very mean spirited. It's very mean. It's very callous. It's very cold hearted. It's very brutal. Very sadistic. Uh, it's not. It's not okay. Like, I am not friends with spirit. Me and spirit are not friends. Um, that doesn't mean. Nevertheless, it doesn't matter at the end of the day, because I still need them. I still need them. If I could do everything by myself, I would, but that's not the case. Because there's a little thing called luck, right? Lady luck. That's spirit, right? So when you don't have spirit on your side, you don't have any luck. Um, and they're not on my side, so I don't have any luck. So, but the point is here, I don't want to bitch more. I'm not trying to bitch more, but uh, what I'm trying to say here, what I want to say, what I really want to say, not what I'm trying to say, what I really want to say is, I don't want Satanists to quit what they're doing. You guys are on the right track. You guys are on the right track, and I'm sure there's a lot of spiritualists out there that kind of feel the same way. Like, they're kind of like, your spirit be bugging the fuck out a little bit, and and that's the reason why people don't. I'm pretty sure that's the reason why people are not, like, berating me full of insults when I say these things, because they kind of agree a little bit. Spirit be acting like a dick sometimes, um, and but I don't want these real Satanists that are out there, like JD Temple, like JS Carrot, right? Like fucking even EA Koedi. I hope he's doing what he has to do. I hope he's doing what he's doing. I hope he's doing what he's doing, because at the end of the day, you guys got it right. You guys got it right. Luciferian energy is the way to go as a human. It's always been the way to go. It should have it. The thing here is, if I have to be honest, I don't feel like we should have called it. I feel like calling his energy, Luciferian energy, dismissive. Right? It's like, oh, well, you're just like that because you're like that. Right? No, that's how everybody should feel. The Luciferian energy that Lucifer carries and that Satanists carry with them is the same kind of energy that everyone should feel. You should feel powerful. You should feel self-made, right? You should feel self-aware. You should feel self-made. You should feel powerful. You should feel like those are not bad things. Those are not sins. The Christian God might act like it's sinful to have pride. It's sinful to think yourself better than, and sit there and we're all alike. We're all the same. We're not. We're not. We're not. Period. I'm not like everyone. I don't like, people can't do what I do. And it's not like, I'm not saying that just to be disrespectful. This is just, I've never seen anybody do what I do. I've never seen a person attack an entire gang, multiple times for his girlfriend. I've never seen that, except for me in my area, in my sphere of existence. I've never seen anybody do that. There's nobody, like, I can't, like, my problems are mine and mine alone. And the reason for that is, and that's not a good thing. It's a sad thing, because I can't ask people for advice on how I lived my life, because nobody else lived their life like I did. So I can't go out and ask people questions. I can't express myself. I can't figure things out. Well, I can figure things out, but I have to do it by myself, And the thing is, it's new to me is just as new to me as it is to someone else. So if someone else doesn't know what to think, I don't know what to think either. Like, so I have to figure it out, like, so mind you, I said in my sphere of existence, I'm not saying I'm the only one. I'm just saying in my sphere of existence, I don't know anybody that's like me. There's 0 people like me. 0, none, not one. Like, I'm not even like, I'm a completely different person because nobody in my family is like me, right? It's not like, and when I say that, I mean like they didn't teach me to be that way. I'm just that way, period. So it's a sad thing you're completely alone, right? To deal with whatever comes your way, mentally and physically, right? You're completely alone. So, and spirit is not cooperating with me either. So it's like I have to figure it out, So anyways, point is, this energy that we call Luciferian energy, like that's how you're supposed to feel. And God will try. In my case, God is trying to diminish my energy. God is trying to remove my energy from this world, but that's impossible because I'm God. You can't remove my energy from this world. There's nothing you can do to remove my energy from this world. The deed is already done. And that's the thing about God. God is a liar. He's a liar. He's a illusionist, right? He creates illusions, right? The Illuminati, right? So he creates illusions. So that's the only thing he can do. He projects a lot. A lot of people are going to use like, oh, but he said that. Like, that's projection. That's projection because it's actually our energy. When God says his little spells, when he's talking like there's no weapons that raised against me that will hurt me, he's projecting. That's us. That's like that. It's not him that's like that. It's us. He's talking about us. There's a lot of spells in the Bible that God talks about that's actually our abilities. It's our capabilities. When he says the 10 commandments, that's our commandments. It's not his. He's projecting. And there's a lot in the Bible that you can do, that if you permit yourself to relinquish the energy of the demiurge, of the demagogue, right? Gog and Magog, right? If you can release that energy from your spirit and your soul, you will come to realize that you will become a prophecy. You will not become a prophet. You will become the prophecy. Like I have become the prophecy. And everybody can do it. It's not just me. Everybody can do it. But before doing it, it's like this is actually the Matrix. That's why I like the Matrix movie. Matrix movie is a step-by-step manual on who you're supposed to be. And it will take time. It didn't like I didn't become the prophecy overnight. Like I wasn't the horseman of the apocalypse 5-10 years ago. I became the horseman of apocalypse right now, like 2 days ago. So things take time. But like I said, I made videos. Some of my recent videos, I have stated this before, that I'm realizing that some of the abilities that God has, I have them. Like when he says, I will use anyone I choose to do my work, right? You can do that too. I can do that too. It doesn't matter. Like, you create reality, right? But how much of reality are you creating? At the end of the day, everybody keeps saying you create reality, you create reality, you create reality. Then why is there so much drama in the world if you create reality? And maybe you're capable of creating things in your sphere of existence, but do you believe that you are capable of creating things outside of your fear, your sphere, outside of your sphere of existence? Are you capable of doing that? Are you doing that? It's all about belief. It's all about belief and limiting beliefs. As soon as you believe in God, you are limiting your beliefs. As soon as you believe in God. And it's not even, I'm not even trying to say it's because God is negative or positive. That's not what I'm saying. But you're putting a glass ceiling on yourself. You're telling yourself, by saying I believe in God, you're basically saying I believe I can do this until that point. I believe I can do that until this point. So God is your glass ceiling. He's your limit. No, regardless of who God is, regardless if he's a good or bad person, it doesn't matter. What you're really saying, you're spelling, because you got to understand you're spelling. Because talking is magic. Talking is magic. You can't not do magic when you're talking. The talking period is magic. Language is magic. Right? So, well, maybe not talking, but language is magic. Right? So you can't unmagic magic. You know? Like there's no second in the day that you're not doing magic, basically, if you talk. So your spelling, as you proclaim the words, as you give grace to God, the spell is already made. The deed is done, and then you say amen, it's over. The ritual is complete. So from that moment on, you have a glass ceiling. And it's not a harsh glass ceiling either, because all you have to do is once you realize that you're putting a glass ceiling on yourself, all you have to do is realize that you need to believe in yourself in order to remove that glass ceiling. So it's not a big deal, but you need to realize that that's what you're actually saying when you're doing your prayer. What you're really saying is, I believe in this, that, and that, but I believe I can do this, that, but at this point, when I arrive at that point, God, because I cannot do that, this, that. So you're saying, you're telling to yourself, only God can do that, this. Only God can bring somebody back to life. I can bring people back to life. I can bring people back to life. I'm not the only one. There's other people that can do that too. I can bring people back to life. Not because I'm a necromancer, even though I am, but not just because I'm a necromancer. It's just, but that's what popular culture wants you to believe. Like, oh well, if you can resuscitate people, it's because if you can bring somebody back to life, it's because you're a necromancer. That's the reason why. Limiting beliefs. If God brings somebody back to life, it's a miracle. If you do it, you're dark, you're doing dark magic, you're this, you're that, burn the witch, all kinds of shit. Limiting beliefs. It's not a miracle. It's belief. Some people call it faith. It's belief. I can show you how to do it. I could literally show you how to do it. Anybody can do it. So, you know, you start off as a prophet. You start off as a chosen one, and then you grow into prophethood. You become a prophet. But then most people stop at prophet. I'm a prophet. And that's the highest level that they think that they can achieve, because they are in fear of God. They do not try to go beyond that, because if they go beyond that, it becomes offensive. Offensive to who? It becomes offensive to God. Why? Why? So, the prophetic words that the Bible speak of are not his. They're yours. You are the prophecy. The apocalypse is a normal factor in life. Everything dies and regenerates. Everything goes full circle. So total destruction in your life is normal. Especially if that total destruction, that apocalypse in your life and in everybody else's life will happen collectively, because new and better things will regenerate. When a flower dies, when a flower withers during the winter, it becomes stronger. If it's well taken care of, it will become stronger in the next season, in the next bloom season. Flowers are extremely tenacious. Flowers don't die easy. They always come back. And if you take care of those flowers, they will come back even stronger and even more beautiful than the last season. It's the same thing with your life. It's the same thing with the Bible. The Bible is basically explaining to you photosynthesis. That's all the Bible is. The Bible is just photosynthesis. But the Bible becomes photosynthesis if you believe that you are a prophecy and not just a prophet. Because when you're a prophet, you're prophesizing about what I can do. But you don't know that, because you think God is real. So you have no idea that you're actually prophesizing me. And that's why everything is confused right now. That's why everything is confused right now, because a lot of people are waiting on Jesus, but nobody's telling themselves that maybe Jesus is already here. And even if they tell themselves that Jesus might already be here, they're not looking for Jesus. And even if they were looking for Jesus, they don't know what Jesus looks like. They don't have the eyes or the mind to recognize Jesus. And it's impossible to ask someone to recognize and to see Jesus when they have no idea what that pertains. I cannot blame someone for not seeing Jesus, because I understand how convoluted and complicated that is. Of course, there's some people that are just straight up not trying at all. That's facts. But at the end of the day, you would have to be proficient in occultism and forbidden knowledge and philosophy and alchemy and a lot of things of the mind that people are not proficient in. That regular, everyday people are not proficient in those things. We're proficient at going to work, paying our bills, and that's it. That's what we're proficient at. Nobody's teaching us how to see. He was blind. Jesus saw a blind man and gave him his eyesight back. What does that mean? I give people eyes. All you guys were blind before you watched my videos. Now you can see. I give sight to the blind. These things are not, and I'm not Jesus. Or yes, I am. But the thing is, what is Jesus? And that's where the problem is. Because at the end of the day, we don't know what Jesus is. He could be an alien, he could be a demon, he could be an angel, he could be anything. He could be none of the above too. He could be a witch. We don't know what he is. Not who, what he is. So it's impossible to spot him if you don't know what he looks like. And you will not know what he looks like because you don't have the information. And the information is being disseminated, kept under wraps, so that the common man will fall into traps. Because at the end of the day, the Bible was made to control people. It wasn't made to make people become better. It's a tool of control. The Illuminati will wither and die. And we will grow anew. And somewhere down the line, they're going to come back. Somewhere down the line, they're going to come back. Some guy that has enough money and enough smarts and enough contacts he's going to be tired of, I don't know, something. He's going to be pissed off at something, and then he's going to find a bunch of other people. He's going to use the laws of attraction, and he's going to find a bunch of other people that think the same way he thinks, and then Illuminati. It's going to come back later in 100 years, 50, 40, something like that. But the Illuminati will disappear now. It's time for them to go. The earth has judged so. Not just me. Because me, I can do things. I can attack them. I can make these videos and tell the truth about what's going on and everything. But that's not enough. That's not enough not to destroy an entire organization. Entire networks of people. That's not enough. And yet, their lies and hypocrisy is being brought to light. That means that it's the earth that decided this to happen, and not just one person. So, a lot of people are wondering which shoe to put their foot in. Put your foot in the shoes of humanity, not the Illuminati. Because the Illuminati are angels that work for God. The Illuminati are angels that work for God, and we are tired of being oppressed, suppressed, molested by God's angels and God too. So don't put your feet in the Illuminati shoe. If you don't know which shoe to put on, put your shoes on. Stop putting those shoes on. We're not trying to put those shoes on. I'm not trying to put those shoes on. And yeah, I might take financial losses, because I don't want to put my feet in that. And that's my business. And I'm okay with that. Because that's not the kind of money I want to make. I don't want people controlling my money, my flow of money. Because money is like water. Money is like water. It's a currency. It's a currency. I don't want people building dams on my money. I don't want people building dams on my sea. All of us should be flooded with wealth. All of us should be flooded with wealth. And as long as these guys exist, the faucet, the money faucet, the dam, the money dam is going to exist. And it shouldn't be there. There's no reason to have a dam there. They just feel like putting one. There's no reason for it to be there. So that's not the kind of money I want to make. Because I know I can make a lot more than what they're offering. I'm not impressed by their low values. Because I have high values. So don't go towards that. We're not going towards that. This is why there are chosen ones right now. This is why a bunch of people believe in spirituality. They're not trying to hear all that. They don't want to get into all that. That's why there's a bunch of people that are depressed. There's a bunch of people that don't want to work. They're not trying to hear that shit. Nobody's trying to hear that shit. That's the reason why a lot of the things that they're doing is not working. And at the end of the day, even technology is not on their side. Nature is not on their side. Technology is not on their side. Money is not on their side. Because money is going to break the wall at some point. Dams break. When there's too much pressure, it's going to break. Technology is going forward. So all the old shit they was doing, it's not going to work. They're going to have to adapt, which they are trying to, but it's not working well because their mind is too fucked up. They're obsessed with kids and raping and kids and molesting kids. They're not ready for the future. They're not ready for the future because in the future, everybody's going to be independent. Everybody's going to be independent in the future. Nobody's going to need anyone. Your house is going to be your business. Your house is going to be the place where you work at. And it's already starting. It's already started and it's getting worse. Because there's more technology and there's more you can do. You have two, three computer screens. You can stream. You can stream your game. You can stream on another platform where the person can look at you and talk to you. You can you can run another business on your other screen, whichever that you could have a internet radio show, so you can run an internet radio show at the same time that you're streaming on two different platforms. Why would you don't need nothing? You don't need anything. You don't need anybody. You got a bunch of friends, a bunch of people that like you, chill with you, talk to you, having fun, all kinds of shit. You're not gonna need shit, and you're gonna be racking up dough at the same time. And you're going to be doing the same thing with other people. You're going to be watching other people's streams and giving them money. And they're going to watch your stream. They're going to give you money. And, companies are going to, try to, get you to put commercials on your stream. So they're going to give you money. And then it's never going to stop. And then the platform that you're on also pays you for being there. So they're going to give you money. So you're not going to need shit. You're not going to need anybody. And then you can work on exterior fucking things like music, or video games creation, or an AI business. You can have an AI business. You can build video games. You can do music. You can do whatever. You'll only have to go outside of your house for extremely important cases. Let's say you're building an office somewhere. You're building a huge a skyscraper. Yeah, you're gonna have to move a little bit. But most of us won't need the Illuminati. There won't be any purpose for the Illuminati. The purpose for the Illuminati is dissipating. It's disappearing. And they're going to have to adapt. That means they're going to have to go in their corner and work on themselves, or else they won't survive. Because no one cares. No one gives a shit anymore. It's not important. It's not even, no one needs you. You can't sit there and be like, oh, if you go with us, you're going to be popular. No, I'm already popular. I got 100,000 people watching me all the time. Like, what are you talking about? Oh, well, we can offer you this much, bro. I wipe my ass with that much money. What are you talking about? Like, you're going to disappear. And they are adapting. I'm not saying this as if like they're not noticing these things and then they don't know. Like, they're trying to adapt. They're trying to adapt, bro. They put their little pawns. They're trying to gain attention, because right now they're trying to gain attention. That's the only thing they can do right now is get your attention, because things are changing. And right now it's working because people aren't upgraded yet. The download hasn't been downloaded. This is going to take time. This is going to be over time. Over time, people will receive the download. Over time, they're going to start noticing, why am I outside? Why am I walking around? What the fuck am I doing? like people are going to start noticing. They're like, wow, what the fuck? Like, I'm looking for a job, and what the fuck am I doing? I got a computer at home. Like, what am I doing? Like, but the download hasn't hit them yet. It hasn't hit people yet. But streamers, they get it. Streamers get it. Game developers, they get it too. Those guys, game developers and streamers, aren't going any fucking where. Anywhere. Anytime soon. There's zero chances of those guys disappearing. Everybody else, though, yeah, it's that bad. It's that bad, bro. It's a new download. It's a new way of life. It's a new way of living. You can't stop it. Unless you explode the entire planet, that's the only way to stop it. The only way to stop it is by exploding the planet. So if the Illuminati wants to stop humanity from existing, they're going to have to blow us up. It is what it is. That's the only way to stop it. You're going to have to blow us up. You can't. How can you? It's individualism. It's not like it's a group of people out, like, going out of their way. No, we're going to stop the Illuminati and blah, 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 blah. That's not what's going on. It's just people are going to be by themselves. And everybody's going to have the technology, because everything is cheap. Technology is cheap. And I was talking about that the other day. Oh yeah, 4,000K, 400K. Yeah, right now it's expensive, but back in my days, 1080K was, 5,000, was fucking $5,000 TVs. Right now 1080K is mandatory. Like, I don't even think you can buy something that doesn't have 1080K. It's mandatory. Why? Because and I'm talking about like 5 years ago. 1080k 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 10 years ago, okay, maybe 10 years ago, but not even 10, I would say 8.5 years ago. 8.5 years ago, a 1080k TV, you could get a 1080k TV 60-inch at $5,000. Shit was expensive. And everybody thought it was the bomb. Like, everybody was like, yo, 1080k, man, bruh, dude, it's so clear. It looks so clear. It looks amazing. LCD screens. Oh my God, it looks liquid crystal TVs, bro. Like, oh shit. $5,000, $10,000. Now, that shit's like $100, 50. You can buy one for $50, bro. You can buy that shit for $50, 25. Or you go see a crackhead somewhere looking for some, you know what I mean? Fucking find yourself a crackhead, bro, talking about, yo, I need a TV, nigga. Here you go, $25, man. Boom. 40-inch, 30-inch, at least 30, 40-inch, bro, LCD screen, 1080, 2000, 10 trillion P's, whatever, $25. Boom, job done. So with this alarming rate that we're going in, this evolution, this alarming rate of technological progress that we're going in, which is alarming because it's only 10 years. It's only 5 to 10 years, bro. That's not a long time. Like, humanity took thousands of years, millions of years to evolve from primates to humans. Millions of years. And then you look at technology, which is going super fast, bro. Like, dude was talking about shit, man, 8K TV. I didn't even know that shit existed. I'm like, what? We're at 8K now? Like, what the fuck? I didn't even know that existed, bro. Had no idea. So it's all about the individual now, and the individual is not gonna give a shit about the Illuminati. Like, he's gonna, like, I mean, you're lucky if the guy even knows what the Illuminati is, because, you know, at the end of the day, like I said, people that are going to be in the future, right? These people that are going to be individuals, they're going to have kids, right? Those kids are going to have no idea what the fuck the Illuminati is. They're going to have a zero clue what that is, because they're going to be stuck on their pads. They're going to be stuck on their computers, and they're going to just do their shit. And that's it. And that's it. And that's all. I'm not even trying to be offensive. I'm not even trying to be threatening. It's not about that. It's not about threatening. It's not about being offensive. It's not about being disrespectful. It's just what it is. You're just going to disappear, bro. No one cares. And you know nobody cares. People already don't care. People already don't care about that shit. People already don't care about that shit, man. Especially kids nowadays, man. Our generation doesn't give a shit about nothing. And they're technologically more advanced than we are. And they don't care about none of that shit. So everything is gonna come from inside. Spiritually and physically. Everything is going to come from inside. Now, the chosen ones and you witches out there, don't worry about it. You got yours. Trust yourself. Everything is fine. All this shit is working to your advantage. All that technology is going to make you better. Like Steve Austin. All that technology is going to make you better. You might not see it, you might not understand it, but trust me, you'll get it. Once the download comes in, you'll see it. Because at the end of the day, people will not come to meet you at your house, but they will be interested in you because you're content. You're content. And it's gonna be all about content soon. It's already all about content. People are already living like that. There's some people that are just, it's not that they're brainwashed, it's that their minds, I mean, they're kind of brainwashed, but their minds is set on content. Like, it doesn't matter where the content comes from, whose the content is. Content, bro. I need content. I need content. I need content. That's the only thing that they think about. So they don't care what you did, where, when, who, what. As long as you can get on a fucking webcam and fucking talk, that's all he needs. That's all he needs. He'll pay you for it. He's gonna pay you for it. You're gonna be super popular. Yeah, don't even worry about it. And it's not just about popularity and making money. It's not about that. It's just, you can't, unless you go live inside of a sewer, you won't be able to live alone. You'll never be alone, bro. You're never going to be alone, bro. Unless you go in a sewer, you'll never, because will always, in the future, somebody will always be looking at somebody. Somebody will always be looking at somebody. You'll never be alone. Unless you go live in the sewer, bro, you will never be alone, bro. People are gonna call you, they're gonna watch you, and if you don't have all those things, they're gonna ask you, why are you not appearing? Why are you not da da da? I mean, I can't come to your house right now because I'm too busy being brainwashed by all these fucking TV screens, but I'm just wondering what the fuck is up. Why are you not here with us? Like, what's going on? And you can be a little bit resistant at first, and you can be a little bit apprehensive too, and you don't trust it. But sooner or later, you're going to realize that this is life now. This is how life is. And now I have to adapt to how life is. And it's not a bad thing. It doesn't mean that you have to change. You don't have to change. It's just you're just living different. That's all it is. It's just different. You're still going to be the same person. You're still going to be a chosen one. You're still going to talk about chosen one shit. You're still going to represent for, higher powers and shit like that. Of course, you're still going to talk about God, and I'm still going to be like, you tripping with all that God shit. We're going to be the same people. No, there's no difference. But the architecture of our reality is going to change. And we're going to change with it. Regardless. Because technology, as much as people hate it, technology is nature. Nature is technology. They're one and the same. You cannot have one without the other. Don't reinvent the wheel. How was the wheel made? With a stone slab, with a slab of stone and 2 pieces of wood. That's nature. Nature takes care of itself. Nature betters itself. Nature upgrades itself. And humans are nature too. It's not just the trees and the plants. Everything is nature. It's space. Nature is space. The moon, asteroids, stars, star systems. That's nature too. We can be destructive towards nature. We can pollute, but that's not good. I don't think we're going to pollute that much in the future. I doubt it. I doubt it severely. I don't think we're gonna do that. I don't think we're gonna do that. I think we'll be very respectful. I don't think nature is gonna have any problem. The only problem that there will be is our electromagnetic field emissions that could be toxic to the environment. But then that's gonna create more jobs, because then we're gonna create buildings We're gonna have buildings that manufacturing plants. We're gonna have manufacturing plants that's like a nuclear plant, but it's gonna absorb the excessive magnetic field in the air. We're gonna process the excess magnetic field in the air, probably changing it to some form of gas or something. I don't know. We're gonna think of some way to get rid of it, and that's gonna create more jobs. Things are gonna change. Things are going to change. But I see people are worried, especially about this Diddy thing, and people are kind of like, some people are kind of like, they don't know which foot to walk on. And it's mostly, I feel like it's because I'm not talking. I feel like it's because I'm not talking, bro. I already told you, bro, I'm not Illuminati. I already told you, bro, like, lock this nigga up. Lock this nigga up forever, bro. Throw away the key. And everybody that's like them, throw away the key, bro. Like, don't ask yourself what I would do. Don't ask yourself what Jesus would do. You already know. You already know. Don't ask yourself that question. You already know. Don't be scared. They're annoying. Yes, they are. And they will fight to stay alive. Of course, that's normal. Everybody will do the same thing in their position. That's a normal thing. It's normal behavior. Absolutely normal. There's nothing abnormal about that. But it doesn't change shit. This is a prophecy. The prophet will become the prophecy. It's a normal step of evolution. It's called evolution, bro. One thing about magic, I saw this in the movie, in Big Trouble in Little China, and it always stuck with me. I'm surprised that line wasn't an ad-lib in a hip-hop track for some reason, because the voice is dope. The way he says is dope. So anyway, but the guy says, one thing about magic is that it always starts small. So you started out by your parents teaching you how to pray. And then you started to go to church. And then you started to have belief. And then you started doing miracles. And then you became a prophet. So now, what else? You think it stops there? Nope. You're always going to keep evolving. As a matter of fact, is being a god the limit of humanity? Is that the glass ceiling? Can you be more than a god? That's an impossible question to answer. That's an impossible question to answer. But one thing's for sure, we're always evolving. That's the curse of humanity. It's the gift and the curse of humanity, bro. We're always evolving. We're always going forward. These guys, they're trying to make us go backwards. But it's not going to work because it's not natural. It's unnatural to go backwards. You're supposed to go forward. You're going against the grain. You're going against the current. And you can fight it as much as you want, but you're only going to make it worse. Because when you stop nature, what happens? We all know the answer to this question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. What happens when you stop nature from evolving, it's gonna flood your ass. It's going to flood your ass, bro. It will fucking get rid of you, bro. End of story. So if it's not God that did that shit, it's nature. It's just part of this evolution. God will flood the earth. It's not God that's gonna flood the earth. And even if it's God that's gonna flood the earth, it doesn't mean what you think it means. That's another spell. That's God projecting again, acting like he's the one doing shit all the time. Nah, bro. That's just nature. That's humanity. That's the spirit of humanity. What's really flooding your ass is the spirit of humanity. There's no options. There's no options. There's only going forward. There's no going backward. You can't go backward. It's scientifically improbable to go backwards. Because if you do believe in evolution, if you do believe that there is motion in life, then going backward is the complete opposite of the notion of going of movement, of dimensions, right? If you believe in time travel, you have to understand that without being able to move in a forward stance, there is no such thing as time. If you cannot put one foot in front of the other, time doesn't exist. So you can't time travel, and you can't go into other dimension, and you can't astral travel. You can't do shit. There's nothing. It's like it's a blank space. You would be living in a blank space if you would call that living at all. You would just be completely still in one space and not move. That's the only way that the Illuminati's philosophy would make sense is in that pretense. If you're not applying that pretense, the psychology and philosophy of the Illuminati cannot make sense. Because the only way that making people not go forward is going to work is by removing the notion of science, time, spirit, dimensions, astral, all that, ether, all that shit. You got to remove everything. It's not impossible, but it's pretty fucking stupid to do, because you're going to eliminate yourself too. You got to destroy yourself and destroy everybody else at the same time. So the destruction of the Illuminati is natural. It's natural. It was going to happen regardless. It just will happen. They are going to get flooded. And the more they try to stop it, the worse it's going to get. The bigger the impact is going to be. Because you're putting up a wall, you're putting up a 2 feet wall, but nature is just keeps sending water. So that 2 feet wall is going to become a 4 feet wall. Nature is going to keep sending water. So that 4 feet wall is going to become an 8 foot wall. When that wall, that tall ass wall breaks, what's going to happen? It's going to flood your ass. And what we're seeing right now is the flood, is the beginning of the flood. That's what we're seeing. We're seeing the beginning of the flood right now. And yes, they're fighting. Yes, they will fight. They're fighting me. But it is, I think it's futile. Like, I'm not even pissed off. I'm just confused. Like, I'm not pissed off. I'm just confused. I'm like, bro, like, can't you see it? You're fighting a losing battle, bro. Like, you're fighting a losing battle, man. Just run for the hills. If I was you, I would run for the hills. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. I'd run for the hills because there's no stopping this. Like, you really think one singular, like, even if I am who I say that I am, what does that mean? That means everything else that you thought didn't exist exists, and it's coming for you. Like, and you're fighting me, so some way, somehow, you believe. And if you believe, you should stop. You should probably stop just looking at me and start thinking for 2 seconds. This is not just about me. It's not. So anyway, I'm gonna stop the video right there, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good one. Peace out.